On this video, I've been looking at the Gospel of John from the Greek text, and I'm going to continue doing that beginning at verse 12 of chapter 8 of John. We'll be looking at a grammatical analysis as we're going through it. Palan una tois, elale sin ha Jesus legon. Again, Jesus spoke to them, saying, notice elalesin is from laleo. It is the aorist indicative active third person singular from laleo. And legon is your present participle, nominative masculine singular. Ego eimi, topos tu cosmo. I am the light of the world. What a beautiful truth that Jesus is the light that lights our way. Eimi is your present indicative active first person singular from eimi. I am the light of the world. I am the truth of the world, Jesus is claiming. And this had to do when the candelabra was being lit at the Feast of Tabernacles. Ha akaluthon emoi, ume peripatese ente scatia al exe tafos te soes. The one who follows me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Akaluthon is from the root akalutheo. It is your present active participle, nominative masculine singular from akalutheo. The one who follows me shall in no wise walk. Notice peripatese. He shall not walk in the darkness. From peripateo, and in other words, he'll be able to walk in the true light by following him. Al exe tafos te soes. He shall have the light of life. This is from echo, future indicative active, third person singular. Verse 13. Epan un auto hoi pharisaioi, that is, that therefore the Pharisees said to him, Epan is your aorist indicative active third person plural from lego, su peris autu martures. You are testifying concerning yourself. Martures is from martureo, present indicative active second person singular. He marturia su uk estin aletes. That is, your testimony is not true, because they're claiming you're only testifying by yourself. Notice Jesus' reply. Excuse me, I keep having this cough. Apokrithe Jesus kai epen autois. Jesus answered and said to them, Apokrithe is your aorist indicative passive third person singular from apokrinomai. Jesus answered and he said to them, and notice his reply to them in the next phrase then. He said to them, Kan ego marturo peri hemaltu. even if I am testifying concerning myself, aletheis estin he martyria. My witness is true. Martyro is your present indicative active, first person singular from martyreo. In other words, even if I am witnessing concerning myself, my witness is true. We continue then, aletheis estin he martyriamu, because hati oida pathen eothan kai pu apago. For I know from where I have come and where I go, where I'm departing. Oida is your perfect indicative active, first person singular from oida. It's perfect with a present translation. I know from whence I came. Eothon is your aorist indicative active, first person singular from erkamai, and where I am departing. Again, another present indicative active, first person singular from hupago. Humeste uk oidate pathen erkamai e pu hupago. But you do not know from where I am coming or where I am going or departing. Again, oidate is your perfect indicative active, second person plural from oida, and erkamai, again, your present indicative active, or your present indicative middle, first person singular from erkamai, and hupago is your present indicative active, first person singular from hupago. So basically, you do not know from where I am coming and where I am going, but I know. Notice verse 15, Jesus continues, Humes kata ten sarka klinete, you, according to the flesh, are judging. From kreno, present indicative active, second person plural. Ego u kreno udena, but I do not judge anyone. Notice Jesus says, you are misunderstanding who I am. And he continues, notice he says in verse 16, kai an kreno de ego, and if I judge, kreno is your present subjunctive active first person singular from kreno, then he Christus he ame alethene estin, then my judgment is true. Hate manas uk emi, because I am not alone, but I and the one who, the Father who sent me. Notice ego ala ego kai ha pempsas me pater. Pempsas is from pimpo. It is your aorist active participle, nominative masculine singular from pimpo. But I and the one who sent me, the Father who sent me. In other words, I've come from my Father. And there's two witnesses establishing who I am. In the Jewish context, two or three witnesses establish a case. So Jesus continues, kai ento namo de to humetero gegratai hate duo anthropon e he marturia aletes estin. And in your law, it has been written. Notice gegraptai is your perfect indicative passive, third person singular from grapho, that that the witness of two men is true. In other words, two will be enough to establish a case. But Jesus says, Ego mi ha marturon peri hemaltu, that is, but I am testifying concerning myself, and there's another testimony. Notice, by the way, marturon is your present participle nominative masculine singular from martureo. I am testifying concerning myself, and the one who sent me is testifying. Kai marture periamu ha pempsas me pater. That is, the Father is testifying concerning me, the one who sent me. Again, he's emphasizing the Father and himself giving the testimony. Notice pimpsas is from pimpo. It's the aorist active participle nominative masculine singular from pimpo. So the Father also who sent me is testifying about who I am. Verse 19. Elegan un alto. They then were saying to him. Elegan is your imperfect indicative active third person plural from lego. Pu estin ha pater su. Where is your father? Apokrithe Jesus. Jesus answered, and notice apokrithe is from, again, apokrino or apokrinomai, your aorist indicative passive, and that theta eta giving it away as the passive form. Neither do you know me nor my Father. Ute eme oidate utetan pateramu. Oidata is your perfect indicative active second person plural from oidon. So you do not know me nor my Father. Amen. Edete, if you had known me, kaitan pateramu an edete. If you had known me, you would had known, edete is your pluperfect indicative active second person plural from oida. You would have known me, that is, if you had known me, then you would have known my Father. A pluperfect subjunctive second person plural from oida. You would have known my Father. And then verse 20. Tauta tahemata alalesin into gato fulakio didaskon into hero. These words Jesus spoke by the temple treasury, teaching in the temple. Notice elale sin is your aorist indicative active third person singular from laleo, and didaskon is your present participle nominative masculine singular active participle from didasko. And no one, kai udes epiasin altan, no one seized him from piazzo, aorist indicative active third person singular, because hante upo eleluce he hora autu, because his hour had not yet come. From erkamai, eleluce, his hour had not yet arrived. So this is a beautiful text that teaches how Jesus is really testifying about himself but it's not a testimony that he's only giving, but he and the Father both are giving it together. The one who sent uh, me and myself, we're both giving it jointly. And he is the light of the world, he claims. What a beautiful truth that is. Jesus, at that last great feast of the tabernacle here in John, is claiming to be the light of the world for anyone who's willing to accept him as that light and as a personal Savior who provides the light to eternal salvation.